Welcome to Storytime with Pastor Steve. Today's story is Solomon Builds the Temple. It's based on 1 Kings chapter 5 through chapter 8, 1 Chronicles chapter 28 through 29, and 2 Chronicles chapters 2 through 7. It's written by Martha Jander and illustrated by Roberta Collier Morales. King David, mighty warrior of old, ruled by God's grace and his power. He had longed to build God's house for him, but he was a man of war. God gave that great task to Solomon, David's son, a king of peace. But David gathered his treasures so the temple could be complete. He gave with love, joy, and thankfulness from his wealth of splendid goods, gold and silver, precious stones and bronze, marble and iron and wood. To Solomon, David gave the plans the Spirit had shown long before. Then David chose leaders, Levites, priests, musicians, judges, and more. When King David died and Solomon became the next king of all, God said yes, he could build the house where he himself would dwell. Foundation stones of finest worth came from the land of Lebanon, as well as cedars and cypress wood, till the temple work was done. Inside the temple's holy place was set the golden altar of incense, the golden lampstands, golden tables for the bread of the presence. The most holy place, a set-apart room, had nothing but gold to be seen. There would be set the ark of the Lord, where now golden cherubs gleamed. In the courtyard outside sat the altar where the priest would sacrifice for the sins of the people committed. Someday Jesus would pay that price. 7 years men took to build God's house with designs so skillfully wrought. Just one more thing had to be done, the Ark of the Covenant to be brought. The people all gathered together. The Levites took up the ark. They carried it into the most holy place, to the spot most carefully marked. King Solomon spoke to the people. He told of the house made for God. He told them to kneel at the altar and ask for God's guidance and good. He prayed long for forgiveness for those who all in the future might sin. He said, "There is no God like you, Lord. Forgive us our battles we win." Then came down holy fire from heaven that ate up the offering given. The glory of God filled the temple. The priest could not enter in. The people knelt down on the pavement, with their faces in awe to the ground. They said, giving thanks, our God is so good. His love will always abound. The great choir of musicians and singers joined as one voice to give praise. Sacrifices were made on the altar. The feast lasted for many days. That had to be a great celebration after taking 7 years to build the beautiful temple for God. My prayer is that our lives are temples for God, that we live beautiful lives, that we allow God to work in us so that we can be changed and built strong and secure on Jesus Christ, our mighty foundation, and that the temple would now live in us, that God would dwell with us, Emmanuel, God with us. May he bless you today and every day. Hope to see you soon.